Yeah, that is right.
It is time for Classic Radio Roundup.
It is time for Classic Radio Roundup 27115.
On your AM dial. Evening, Sandbagger. Yeah, getting around the band. I got a good deal on it. So it's carry out.
Yeah. Yep, running the different radios tonight.
Yeah, I figured if you could sound like you're holding your nose, I figured I could fire up this and sound like that too.
Yeah, you know what? It's a Turner CS1 microphone too. I wouldn't think it would sound that way, but oh well.
Yeah, not on that radio at least. I mean, that's, it sort of sounded like that with a D104, but I think a bassier mic would sound good on that. I bet you the sidekick would sound good on it.
Well, for whatever reason, I couldn't make this work with anything but the Turner CS1 here. This radio has got some sort of goofy wiring or something. I couldn't make it work with anything else.
It needs, it's a special situation. You can't run a 4-wire mic that shorts the white to shield on receive. Because that'll make a big squeal in the receiver if you do that.
Well, whatever. The bottom line is, the only microphone I could get to work with this RCA Co-Pilot, RCA Co-Pilot is the Turner CS1. None of my other mics will work with it.
Yeah, any 6-wire mic would probably work fine. But you have trouble with 4-wire bass mics.
You know, why is that? There's nothing special about it.
I just told you. The 4-wire bass mics short the white to ground on receive, and if you do that on that radio, it shorts out the receive and makes a big howling noise.
I understand what you said, but I don't understand why they made it this way. It's just a simple little mobile 40-channel radio. You know, why go through all the unnecessary hassle where, you know, any other radio I have, you know, you can make it work with 4-wire microphone.
That's just the design of those cybernet radios. They're all that way. All those cybernets are like that. They all, none of them have a preamp stage for the transmitter. They just run the audio right from the mic into the audio amp. And it sums the input from the volume control with the input from the microphone. So you got to make sure that the audio lead is open on receive, or you'll cause trouble. Evening, Sandbagger. Hello, 44. Treble or trouble? The trouble with trouble? What?
I understand all that. I just don't understand why the heck they had to go ahead and mess up a good thing.
Well, why does any radio have a 6-wire plug? You know, I mean, it's just the way the designers made it. Only the phantom power knows. And actually, 4-wire mobile mics you would be fine with because they open the white wire on receive instead of shorting it.
Yeah, I can get a unamplified 4-pin, you know, 4-wire mic. That'll work. The only amplified mic that'll work is the Turner CS1.
Yeah, all the Turner mobile mics would work too. The plus 3 mobile mic and a plus 2 mobile mic would work fine too.
Well, I got a Turner Road King 70 and it does not work.
Work great. Really? They shouldn't short out the white wire. I didn't think any of the Turner mobile mics did. You know that?
Well, I'm telling you, I spent an hour, let's say I wasted an hour screwing around trying to find a microphone to work with this stupid little radio.
You can always say anything, so. So I'm going. That was a good answer. Most screws stripped down, that's all wrong.
Speaking of time wasting, this morning was a whole lot of wasted time too.
Yeah, I noticed there's no change on the repeater front.
I don't know. I did what you told me to do. I even tried a couple variations. I couldn't make nothing happen.
Did you try running a pull-up resistor to the collector of the second transistor?
What do you mean second transistor? Where'd the second transistor come into the picture?
Well, the one you added. That's the second one. The one that's built into the radio is the first one.
Yes. 4.7K. Yep. The COR. And the 5 volts on either side, 5 volts on one side, COR on the other side, going to the base of the transistor. Yeah, I couldn't, couldn't, I even tried a couple of variations and nope.
Did you try putting a second resistor on the collector of the added transistor, because maybe your controller doesn't have an internal pull-up?
Well, let's put it this way. The 13.509 COR, all I had to do was hook it up and it worked.
Yeah, because its supply voltage, I think that was active high.
Well, not according to my manual for the controller.
Well, I know it's switched its supply voltage in one motor or the other. Either it's unsquelched or squelched, so that may be why it worked. Who else is on there?
I don't know, I've been hearing somebody out there in the distance talking classic radio stuff.
Oh, well, come on in. Is classic radio real?
I don't know if they're talking to us or talking to somebody else.
Someone else? Wow, we have a parallel classic radio. Hello. Hey, this console do get in. That Ron? Yeah. What are you running, a walkie-talkie? That's console too barefoot. I got it easier. Yeah, you're kind of in the mud. You sound like you might be a little off frequency. I just turned it on. It's a handheld microphone, Yeah, you are. You're low in frequency. I turned the clarifier to the left and you sound a lot better. There's nothing wrong with that. How's that right there? It's still off frequency.
Yeah, my Co-Pilot here, there's no no delta tune or anything like that, but it does have an RF gain.
I'm gonna have to go get my JCPenney, because I have the JCPenney equivalent to it.
Well, I wanted to run a realistic radio. I got a TRC 221 walkie-talkie. It's the only realistic radio I have that works, or I thought worked. It receives and it transmits, but there doesn't seem to be any audio, so I gave up on that project.
I noticed there were some other bases that were looking like this about TRC 30A. It looked like a common chassis.
Yeah, I had a whole series of disappointments of things not working today.
Good luck.
My dead key's too high. There we go, that's better. Well, I didn't have luck with anything today. Couldn't get the repeater link radio to work proper. Walkie-talkie didn't work. I got a TRC 452 mobile, that don't work. Oh well, you win some, you'll lose some.
Where'd you get the 452?
From Steve? I think it's a 452, 4 something.
It's a
453. TRC 453. It don't work.
I had another breaker out there on the Cobra. Which one was it? This is a Cobra 146. Cobra 146. I like them radios. Yeah, I just purchased it not long ago. It works alright. It's a little off frequency on sideband. Who do we got there? We got Ron from up on 37. Oh, Ron. Okay. Coming down from channel 37. Yeah, welcome to Classic Radio Roundup. Yeah, I was here once before. It was quite a while ago. Hey there, Ron. Yeah, how's it going? Going okay. I'm surprised to hear you down here. I'll bet you are. Thanks for it. Okay, when do you get back to those other guys? We're on the side of this thing. Hey, but don't hear you up there anymore. Well, you went half frequency, so I don't get into it as much. Right here. Alright. Yeah, this is a nice radio. It's just like a 148, only don't have all the trimming. sideband radio? Yeah, it's sideband. You don't have the SWR meter or anything like that. Right, I wonder if they were similar to that 138 chassis, that 138 Mobile. Yeah, I guess. Alrighty then. Somebody's down this way trying to call Pottstown, but nobody's hearing them.
Yeah, alrighty then. I do hear Ron. Hello, Ron. Spitfire. The Telford Ron, or Tyler's Port. That sounds better than that pinch nose thing you were on.
You didn't like the sound of the Midland, huh, with the echo mic on it?
Nah, that wasn't real nice.
Way better. Go figure, right? I'm gonna have to do some work on that 13898. It just doesn't have good audio. It tends to be very thin.
Well, apparently this one is maybe not the best audio radio I have, but apparently it's clear. Maybe it's good for breaking through the pile-ups. Come on, breaker.
Yeah, I mean, that it may be. I'll have to hook up my JC Penney here and see what that sounds like.
I went through all the trouble getting a mic wired up to this thing. I'm going to run it for a little while, so suffer through it.
What Penney's model do you have, Bagger? It's a 6214 Mobile. I think it's equivalent. It's an analog dial and all. It's equivalent to that thing Pete's running. I hear him over here. He's making a trip. I added FM to it. You're in Abington, I'll tell you that. Oh, I hear that Abington station out there now. Do you copy Sparky out here? Yeah, going slow. Hey, Abington station. Yeah, we're running the Classic Radio Roundup show here on 27115 Wednesday nights, 8 to 10. I can hear you guys out there in the background. Alright, Roger on the Classic Roundup show, and I'll just lay back in the background and listen to the show. Oh yeah, no, break in there if you got some. We were talking classic radios there. I heard you talking about radios too. What's your handle there in Abington? You got Abington. I don't even know the handle. Deadeye is my handle. Deadeyes, got you there. Alright, just heard you breaking in there. What a technology out there. Well, I work with all kinds of radios here. I collect stoners, I have super collectible Simon radios, I have super collectible tube radios, I have super collector amplifiers, I have super collector microphones. Oh, I wish I could have heard him a little better.
He's still talking. I can hear him.
I'm an old man. I've done it all. You've got quite a collection going, Bagger. One of the operators up here was trying to pick you out, but I'm just relaying. He's a radio collector out there also, all kinds of good stuff.
Yeah, well, he fits right in here on Classic Radio Roundup. Can you hear me out there in Abington? 441 Spitfire.
Back in the early days, that's what I did. I got radio rich on eBay years ago. I could buy anything I want for cheap. There's nobody was on there. In fact, 99, 2000, 2001, 2002, there was nobody on eBay. And people were selling a lot of stuff there. It was a way for people to get rid of stuff. It was a way for me to get free. I'll tell you what, the radios, what? eBay made it able for everyone to own any radio they ever wanted to own. eBay made it able for everyone to own anything they ever wanted to own. That's right, he's talking about he was able to get stuff on eBay early on. Hooray for eBay.
We all used to be able to get stuff on the Fleabay, and then everybody went nuts.
Yeah, the prices went crazy. I saw Sandbagger on the eBay today. You saw me? I saw your handiwork, your typewritten handiwork. What do you mean?
Somebody's plagiarizing you. Again.
Oh, wait, well, what kind of radio? At least it was a Tram 201A. Oh, okay. Yeah, a lot of people seem to like that big write-up I did on the 201. I did looked out the bottom, and then you were calling out the people that had them. Dennis, not Dennis the Menace, and I was like, well, I recognize that.
You know, hey, you know, it's like flattery. You know, they're gonna copy your work. They're too stupid to figure it out for themselves, and they like your work.
I found today, as a matter of fact, I found a reference to one of my pages on Wikipedia.
No way.
Yeah. It was about loop lines, the telephone loop lines that we used to use back in the 70s, and there was a little short blurb on it, and one of the reference pages had one of my break.
That's pretty cool. Pick up that breaker.
Yeah, I got a break. Hey, good evening, Classic Radio Roundup. T-Berry over here in West New Jersey. How you guys doing tonight? Hey, T-Berry, how's it hanging?
Hello, T-Berry. 441 is Spitfire.
Hello, guys. 441, and it's hanging alright.
Sounding good over here tonight.
My old SBE Console 2.
SBE Console 2 is working. I got this RCA Co-Pilot Mobile 14T260. Analog 40 channel 02A chip.
Yeah, roger that. Hey, I got an SBE Console 5 that I'm looking to sell with an SBE desktop power mic. Console 5's a good radio too. Yeah, I have 2 or 3 of them. How's everyone doing tonight in the Camel again? Hello, Camel.
Hello, Camel.
I'm just dropping in.
Yeah, everybody's dropping in from near and far.
I wanted to mention I switched over to this JC Penney that's like what you're running, Pete.
Yeah, it's a higher pitched radio.
Except I'm running a D104 on it.
Well, I can't imagine what this would sound like with a D104. It got to be unbearable.
I gotta try my Plus 3.
Well, this is the equivalent to a Plus 3 as far as I know.
Oh crap, I can't use my Plus 3.
Yeah, this thing would have to be an oddball wiring.
Well, it's not oddball wiring. I wired it for Cobra, but it's got that same problem I was telling you about. If it's not a 6-wire mic, it won't work. I've had radios like this before that I put a little relay inside of it that would open up the wiring on receive so I could use a 4-wire mic. But I didn't do that with this radio.
Well, I'm not going to bother fooling around with this one. I mean, you know, I don't even hardly ever use it. It's just one of those radios I happen to have. It happens to work.
That's right. Use them or lose them. Yeah, I can flip a switch and be on FM. No static at all.
And the only reason I kept the stupid thing is because it is a classic radio with its 40 channel analog dial.
Yeah, this one's pretty classic, although I modified the living crap out of this thing.
Somebody modified this one for extra channels.
Yeah, that's what I did to the Delta tune. It goes 40 up on the plus set, then 40 down on the minus.
Yep, same thing with this. It's got a big old rotary switch underneath.
And the noise blanker flips on FM, and the noise limiter is a 10 kc up switch. And the noise blanker flips on FM, and the noise limiter is a 10 kc up switch. And the noise blanker oh no, somebody's listening to Spew Radio.
Live, worldwide.
And my squelch has a PA switch on it. When I flip into that, it's like an attenuator. It knocks this receive way down for like local talking or tracking people.
This thing actually has an RF gain on it.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, well, the radio was capable of handling that. The Lafayette version had the local distance switch, so I basically just copied that for this one.
Yeah, it only has volume squelch, an RF gain, CBPA, and a noise limiter. That's it.
Hey, how's this SBE, well, I'm sorry,
Yeah, I like the audio of that.
It's Stalker 9 mobile with 575 microphone. It sounds good.
I think it would even be train approved.
Yeah, that one sounds like a police radio. 1 Adam 12, 1 Adam 12. See the man on West 18th Street. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, that's right. Bet you forgot that. What do you call that? 1 Adam 12. Pick up a delivery, over.
Just don't dial 911 for pizza.
1 Adam 12. Talk to the sergeant on tack 2. Don't forget the donuts. Yeah, there you go. Don't forget the donuts. Yeah. This is my Old Faithful that I use in my mobile. I figured I'd bring it in out of the cold. And cold it is. Cold in a witch's tit and a brass bra. Yeah, that's a pretty good description. It is pretty cold. Cold enough. Started up my bucket truck over at the repair center. I got it inspected, and I let off a big giant diesel bomb because he didn't plug it in. I said, you got to plug this engine in. It was like barely running. Some lady came to pick up her Prius car that had been worked on, and she came up to me, knocked on my window, and said I was polluting the environment, started harassing me. I was like, mind your own business. I could not believe it. I wonder if that's that same lady that was on YouTube that was harassing some guy in a Dodge pickup truck with the same kind of nonsense. I should have filmed it. I watched the 1 Hour polluting the environment. How dare you? I told her it was a piece of, equipment that's starting up. She didn't want to hear it. She's like, oh, look what you're doing.